In this video, we're going to be doing a rebuild for the Los Angeles Clippers, but a kind of specific rebuild. Hopefully all goes right, and this is going to be a rebuild focused around Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers and not reviving, but bringing life to that franchise, I should say. So I guess just gonna do it over until I can manage to get Kawhi. I don't know how hard that's gonna be or how long it's gonna take, but we're gonna do it. So focus is around Kawhi, but obviously we need other pieces as well. So the first thing to do is unload these horrible contracts that are in Los Angeles right now, which is a lot. First one is definitely Gallinari. We need him out of here. Now, we have a lot of expiring contracts, so since we're not going to do anything first season, we might as well get trade value for him. So Tobias is going to be gone, Gortat's going to be gone. Lou Will's nice, but we might as well trade him again, try to get something for him. He's on a really good contract for what he brings. So we're just going to go ahead and try to get what we can. Now, I've been doing some experimenting before the recording on who we can get, and there's a couple players that I think we'll be able to snag. So the first one that I'm going to try to get is a very, very, very good one. And for some reason in 2K, he's always easy to get, even in last year. And this year he is as well. And that is Steven Adams, the 7-foot machine, who is, I don't want to say underrated, but undervalued because of Westbrook. And I'm not trying to be the Westbrook hater, but like, if Steven Adams was not playing with Westbrook or he wasn't, giving up some rebounds, this man would be averaging 13, 14 rebounds a game easily. So that's what I meant by that. So you can see here, Avery Bradley and Montrezl Harrell is all they want. And I get Steven Adams and a first-round pick, which probably isn't going to be anything because it's the Thunder. And then Tobias Harris and Wesley Johnson. But I want to use Tobias Harris for more trade value. So I guess we'll do the Avery Bradley and Montrezl Harrell, and we get Steven Adams. Now, it is a big contract, so I got to keep that in mind when I'm trying to get Kawhi, but we should be able to have space for 3 max, if not at least 2, but Steven Adams is only 24. He's not in the max, so this shouldn't hurt us too bad. We're going to go ahead and get our big center for the future. Then we can go ahead and do that. So since Kawhi Leonard is obviously Defensive Player of the Year, former Defensive Player of the Year that is, I'm going to try to build around a more defensive-oriented group, and we got a legit 7-footer, so we're kind of going old school with that rough and rugged big man basketball. Enough of this small ball, 3 points galore. Well, we're going to need to make 3-pointers if we want to do anything, but second trade, I'm not really sure who I'm going to target, so I'm just going to offer up Tobias Harris and Lou Will and see what I can get. 2 best players, see if there's anything. So Middleton and Bledsoe, nothing too crazy there. We can get Jaren Jackson Jr. Now that is interesting. We do got to take on Chandler Parsons. Crazy contract though. That's intriguing. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of jump around here, and then we'll come back when I find a trade that I like. All right, so I found a trade that I really like, and that did not take long at all. Tobias Harris and Lou Will for Bradley Beal and Kelly Oubre Jr. Now there's a couple I'm debating between this one, obviously, and I like this one. CJ McCollum and Zach Collins. The only reason I'm leaning towards this one is I like Kelly Oubre Jr. I'm a big fan of him, so I get him as well, and I only have to give up a second rounder for him. And Bradley Beal's younger, and he's a little bigger. If anything, I'd be playing CJ McCollum probably more at the point guard. So I'm leaning towards this, but the Jaren Jackson Jr. is intriguing. I want to do these rebuilds as quickly as possible, so getting the younger rookies isn't really my goal, since they take a little longer to get up to the mid to high 80s. Plus, I would have to give up a first-round pick for him anyway, so I think I'm just going to stick with the Bradley Beal and Kelly Oubre Jr. So we get a nice forward off the bench who should progress by the time we're actually competing. We get to unload these expiring contracts now. Again, that's another person on board with the big contract, so we're up to about $50 million in accumulated cap space, so we really don't have money to do anything else if we're going for Kawhi. So I gotta stop with Bradley Beal and Steven Adams for the big name players. So I guess we'll just adjust our roster accordingly, and then I'll add some players to the trade block, and then we'll probably come back towards either the mid-season or end of season, something like that, whenever a trade is made, or if it's just the end. But we'll go ahead and adjust the lineup right here and see what it's looking like. So we got Patrick Beverley, who I would love to bring back for that defensive grit that we've been talking about. So he is one player I would like to keep, and I should be able to get him for a pretty cheap deal. So Patrick Beverley, Bradley Beal, Gallinari, who needs to go ASAP with that contract, Mbaamute, Steven Adams, Martin Gortat, Kelly Oubre Jr. I'm going to put Kelly Oubre Jr. in the starting lineup over Gallinari for sure. Give him those minutes. I'll put Gallo at the 6-man there. I actually do like Boban. I kind of want to keep him if possible. So we'll run with that. Actually, that's 3 centers. We're not going to have Gortat playing. We'll put Teodosic here. Actually, we'll give the rookie some minutes in case he does progress well. I'm not sure if he will, but, you know, it's worth a shot. If not, we can always trade him because I know he will progress a little bit. So worst case scenario, we can just trade him. So we'll bump him up to 7th man. We'll get Boban here, and then we'll run something with this. So we will come back at the end of the season or whenever we make a trade. Okay, we are at the end of season 1, and I did end up making one more trade. I just didn't show it because I continued the simulation right after, and it was Danilo Gallinari for Costa Kufos. It was just a salary dump, but Steph Curry wins the MVP, averaging about 29-8 with 2 steals, so pretty good season there. Luka Doncic getting Rookie of the Year. Tyreek Evans for 6th. Man, I'm surprised he came off the bench for them. Giannis gets Defensive Player of the Year, and Ricky Rubio gets Most Improved. Nick Nurse getting the Coach of the Year. So all NBA first team. I don't think we're gonna have anything here. If anybody, it would obviously be Bradley Beal, but oh hey, look at that, we did. So Bradley Beal gets all NBA third team. We probably got defensive at some point with no, really. So that shocked me. I thought for sure Steven Adams would at least get an all defensive, but I guess not. We obviously did not make the playoffs, so we're just going to go ahead and simulate this whole thing. But keep an eye at the top right because the Toronto Raptors are in the playoffs and they are the 1 seed. So hopefully they get bounced in the first round, but it didn't look like it because we want Kawhi. We're hoping he doesn't resign, but it's looking like they're going to make it through the Eastern Conference with ease unless Boston gives them some trouble here, which is a very good possibility. But it's not looking like it's going to happen. Whoa, look at the West. Golden State got bounced by Minnesota. Wow, and Boston does. So it's Boston and Minnesota. This is not the finals I expected to see. And Minnesota came back down from 3-1, but could not pull it off. Boston wins in 7. So what I'll do is I will just go ahead and probably either simulate to the draft or to free agency, depending on how good the draft ends up. I don't think we'll have too bad of a pick, so we'll probably end up showing that, and then we'll go right into free agency. Alright, I ended up just simulating through the draft because we didn't really get a good pick. I think, I honestly forget what it was, but I just simulated through it. Not like it gonna matter anyway. So team and player options, we don't have any for that. Durant declined, Kyrie declined, and Butler declined. So there are some potentials that we can get if Kawhi's not there, but like we've been through, Kawhi's going to be there, or this video would not be out. So qualifying offers, Kelly Oubre Jr. I would like to get him back. His contract is not bad. Teodosic can stay gone. The moment of truth. Please, Kawhi. Oh, baby, Kawhi Leonard. Now I got to get him. That's the hard part. He's there now. Now getting him. I mean, I got the let me see. Do I have the contract space? I should. Okay. Whoa, barely. Wow. Do I have enough to offer him a max deal? I might not be able to offer him a max. I might go make trades real quick just to ensure that I can get him. So let me see what we're at with the trades. See, this is what I was afraid of. Well, you know what? Let's see what he is asking for. What is his expected offers right now? He doesn't have any offers. He's expected to get about $33 million a year, and I'm only going to be able to offer him like 28. So we got to figure something out here. Let me see if I can chip a couple off of Beal's contract and find somebody that's on the same caliber as him, but for less money. I doubt I will be able to. Well, I stand corrected because there he is, Victor Oladipo. Whoa, Drew Holiday. I'd like to get Drew, but he costs too much. Andre Drummond, same thing. Devin Booker, that would be a very, very interesting one. You put Kawhi Leonard's defense with Devin Booker's offense. Not to say that Kawhi Leonard can't play any offense, but, you know, Devin Booker dropped 70. But again, the contract. So, CJ McCollum's there again, so I'm not losing out. I can go ahead and get, where's he at? Victor Oladipo. The only problem is I did the Hornets rebuild, and I had Victor Oladipo as a member of that, but he was the focal point. He will not be the focal point in this, and I need to do it in order to get Kawhi Leonard. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and make this trade. Bradley Beal for Oladipo and Ike. Not even going to try. Now we can offer Kawhi that deal and hope and pray that he comes on board. So we can give him that max deal now, more than likely. It's taking a while to get up to that max deal, though. We're barely going to make the cut as well, but we definitely cut enough. So there we are. We have 1.63 million left. We'll give him the player option and a no trade clause to just ensure that he comes along. I'm not even going to offer anybody else contracts because, like I said, I want Kawhi. This whole build, the whole reason for this was to do Kawhi. So let me go through and see if there's any veterans that I can get for cheap. It's not looking like it. Gortat I could get for 4 million, but I was hoping for like a Dwayne Wade for cheap, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and see, and he does. Kawhi accepts. Oh, finally. All right, so we got Kawhi Leonard. Now we got to see. I don't think we can bring back Pat Beverley. Well, maybe. We'll see if we can do this. Gortat, no, definitely not. Renounce all their rights. Well, we get a lot here, Gallo. I already have an extended offer to Kelly Oubre Jr. I can always just offer Pat Beverley a cheaper contract, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So let me actually go and look for Pat Beverley because I would like to bring him back on board. Oh, he wants 11 million though. How many players do I have on my team right now? What is my roster even looking like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus Kawhi. So I got a shooting guard, small forward, and center. I guess I got a point guard. I could start him. And not much else outside of that. So yeah, I'm going to have to take cheap deals, and this is probably going to take an extra season. I'm going to go ahead and go past this. Let me see if I can't bring Beverley along. I definitely don't think I can, but yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give this one more shot. Let me just sort it through cheap. And see if a higher overall pops up over here. I don't think it will. Oh, I found some 70s. Those are just the low 70s. Yeah, never mind. Was that Al Jefferson? No, not at all. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and simulate past the free agency period and I guess go into next season. I'm not too high of hopes for next season, only because we have no depth because we really spent it all getting Kawhi, but hopefully come not next season but the season after that we will be able to contend. So I'm going to simulate past the rest of free agency since we don't have any contract space. Let me offer I have 0 contract space. That's what I thought. So we will be back next season. Looking at our rotation for this season, I think I'm going to make a couple trades because I'm just not confident in this group getting it done, and I don't really expect us to win this season, but I'd like us to win this season. If not, then definitely next. And while I don't plan on keeping the bench players that we have right now, they're just not strong enough. And you can see my 6, 7, and 8 are all shooting guards. So we need to make some trades for an extra big and maybe a wing. The starting lineup can remain the same. That I'm not too concerned with, but we definitely need to make some tweaks. So we're going to do that, and we're going to head back. First trade that I think I'm going to make is KCP and Shai, how do you say this? Gillislee Alexander. We're going to go with KCP and SGA. We're going to trade them for Lauri Markkanen and TJ McConnell. We also got to give up our first rounder for next year. Or is it 2 years from now? I'm not sure. But I'm not too worried about it because by the time he progresses, I think we'll be too far anyway. So replacing him with TJ McConnell, yeah, it hurts a little bit, but I'm not too concerned. The big thing is getting Lauri Markkanen as our starting power forward because we already have that defensive force with Steven Adams. And right now our starting 4 is Mbamute, I believe. So definitely an upgrade, and Lauri Markkanen will complement him with that offensive ability. So we're definitely going to go ahead and accept this trade. And we should be able to, let's go ahead and adjust real quick and see what we're working with. So we'll obviously, I'm going to have them build the rotations for me and see what we got. So we got McConnell, Oladipo, Kawhi Leonard, and Lauri Markkanen. So that is looking a lot better now. Our really only weak spot in our starting five is TJ McConnell, and he's really just going to be distributing the ball. So ideally, he should average like 14 assists if he plays the right way, because you got Oladipo to kick it out to, Kawhi Leonard, and Lauri Markkanen. Definitely three people who can score the bar, and then Steven Adams to anchor that defense. Our sixth man is going to have to be Mbamute, I guess. We got Jamal Crawford. We can always actually, yeah, we're going to put Jamal Crawford up there for now. Maybe get him one more sixth man of the year before he retires. We still want to find a center. I'm still going to try to make one more trade, and then we'll go ahead and start simulating this season. Okay, I think I might have found a trade for a center. Nerlens Noel is going to be the perfect center to come off the bench for me. Pretty solid interior defense, pretty solid perimeter defense, not much else. I'm fine with that because we're going to have enough offense. I don't know if this trade's going to go through. They offered me McConnell and the pick for Noel, I think, but I really want to get a point guard back if I'm losing my starting point guard. So I'm going to attempt this. Yeah, I didn't think so, but they have a counter offer. Oh, and it's Jamal Crawford, and I have to get, or I have to give Jamal Crawford, and I get Emile Jefferson. Honestly, I'm going to take this trade. Jamal Crawford was going to be my backup shooting guard, but I can put Jerome Robinson there. Same overall, and he's younger, so I'm going to go ahead and take this trade. So now we got our starting point guard is going to be Shabazz Napier now. I think it's how you say it, Napier. Nerlens Noel is going to be our backup center, and then Jerome Robinson's just going to take Jamal Crawford's minutes. So we're going to go ahead and accept this trade, adjust our lineup, and then go ahead and start simulating the season. And when I'm done this, we will come back to either a trade or something special. I'm going to have them rebuild this and see. So we got Napier, Oladipo, Leonard, Markkanen, Steven Adams. I don't really want Nerlens Noel to be the sixth man per se, but I mean, I guess he can be. It's 2K. It's not like it really matters. And then I'm going to put him here and then take away his minutes. Give him like 22. Give him like 22. We'll split them. And then we're going to give... We'll split it up like that. I think that seems good. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and simulate, and we will be back shortly. End of season number 2. We actually finished significantly better than I thought we did. 54 and 28, sorry. So almost 55 wins, approaching the 60 mark, which is pretty good. Didn't get MVP though. Curry wins it with 31, 5 and 7, and almost 2 steals, and he hit the 50, 40, 90 mark again. So Curry dominating. Zion Williamson getting Rookie of the Year. I had a trade offer for Zion that included Lauri Markkanen and something else, but I wasn't for it. We were kind of on a roll at that point, and I just didn't want to mess up the chemistry. Tyreek Evans getting 6th Man of the Year. Oh, we do get Defensive Player of the Year, however, with Kawhi Leonard averaging 2.2 steals, 1.6 blocks, so good season for Kawhi. Serge Ibaka gets Most Improved, and Steve Kerr with the Coach of the Year. Now, you see there, their record was 57 and 25, and ours was 54 and 28, so this makes me think that we're not far off from the Warriors in terms of the ability, but then I look down below and I see that they have a 99 overall in offense and defense and overall, so I'm not quite sure. We do get all NBA first team with Kawhi Leonard, and I'm assuming that's probably it. No, we get third team with Oladipo as well, so we get 2 all teams. We also get all defensive first team with Kawhi and all defensive first team with Victor Oladipo as well. So I didn't think we could pull it off this year, but we made some sneaky trades to fill out the starting lineup a little more and get a better 6th man. You never know. We could pull it off. I think it's going to be tough, but it could happen. So we do end up getting the 2nd seed. Warriors obviously get the 1st seed, so we were not that far behind for the Warriors for the 1st seed. So we have the Lakers in the 1st round. Perfect LA versus LA battle, and I'm assuming Bronny is still on that team, so this should be interesting. Game 1 is going to go to us. All right, I was a little scared there. It just seems like no matter what, I always have bad luck. with simulations and playoffs for 2K, no matter if I'm just playing on my own or doing a rebuild. But we ended up taking a 3-0 lead here, so hopefully we can get a clean sweep, and we do not. The Lakers are going to keep hanging on and fighting. Rockets end up getting past the Spurs, though, 4-0. Minnesota is barely hanging out with Golden State, and Dallas and OKC is actually putting up a good fight here, so we'll go ahead and simulate to this round. Golden State and OKC, so that's going to be interesting. Boston and Milwaukee, Philly and Chicago. So the Rockets pretty much finished with the same record. We did get one game better, but they end up taking game one from us, which is not good. I got a bad feeling they're going to go ahead and beat us this round and knock us out of the playoffs. I didn't really think they might actually sweep us here. I didn't think we were going to make it all the way this year. I did think it was going to take one more year. It was just a gut feeling I had. Yeah. And that's what it's looking like it's going to be. So it's going to take at least 3 years. I was hoping we could start our first 2 rebuilds off with 2 seasons, but you can't always win. So we're going to go ahead and continue this simulation. My guess is Boston wins in 7 games against Golden State. Chicago. How is Chicago in the Eastern Conference Finals unless they made a pickup that I was unaware? And the Rockets end up beating the Warriors. Celtics do not win in 7, however, the Rockets do. So the Rockets end up redeeming themselves and getting a championship. So because we don't really have any picks or any good picks, and we're not going to make anything, and we don't really have any cap room to sign anybody, I'm just going to go ahead and simulate straight to next season, adjust the lineup, and we'll work with what we got. Unless I do make a free agency signing, which in that case I'll cut back to it, but most likely we're going to be in the next season. All right. So we are going to have to sign some free agents because I realized that we do not have a starting point guard, and outside of our starting 4, that's pretty much it. We have a backup guard set if we need to, but I definitely need a starting point guard and I need a backup big, so I got a couple in mind. The first thing we're going to go ahead and do is try to get Boban. I love Boban. I always try to get him. He's 7'3", he's a monster. Why not? He's 290 pounds in today's small ball era. He's literally a secret weapon. Like, I remember I watched a game against the Nuggets, the Clippers played, and the poor Nuggets, my team, they just could not stop him. He was late in there for like 12 minutes, but he got like 10 points in that 12 minutes because he's just so huge. It's unfair. So I'm thinking about trying for George Hill, but I also want Jordan Clarkson, and then I might switch him to the 2 and have him come off the bench. But like I said, we already have a guard, so I don't really need him. We got a backup big. We could use a backup wing. I'm just not really sure who I would go after. Nobody here really piques my interest. Maybe Trevor Ariza or Iggy, but I'm not sure. But point guards, I guess we'll go ahead and try to get George Hill, bring that veteran experience along, and we'll just bring him along to a 1-year deal for like $4 million. See if he'll do that. And then, what did I say I needed? A wing. So I'll look at the shooting guards and see if I can switch one to a wing. Jonathan Simmons, I definitely can. He is a little expensive, though. I don't know if we'll have enough. I'm gonna offer. I don't know how many of these deals I'll be able to actually accept, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a whirl and see. So Boban, they all 3 accepted, but just like I thought, I can't bring them all along. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and renounce everybody's rights real quick. And then see. Okay. So if I want Jonathan Simmons, I cannot bring Boban and George Hill along. Can I bring them along separately? I can. Now, how much money am I off if I do that? I can't be that much because they're only on for about... 5, 6, about 7 million. So if I take 7 million off, that's a lot per year though. Jonathan Simmons is not as important to my team needs, so we'll do that. I'm gonna go back. Let's view his offers. Let's see. So he doesn't even have any current offers. Let's just see if he'll take a little bit less. Well, 7 million less would be like all of his salary. Let's just give this a whirl and even see if we can do it. Oh, okay, he declined it, so he's not about that, so we cannot bring Jonathan Simmons along. Let's go back and take one more look. Kid Gilchrist, a nice defensive presence, and he's only 26. Man, he really did come into the league when he was super young, because I feel like he's been in the league forever at this point, but he hasn't even touched his prime yet. So We might try to offer him one. Like I said, Ariza and Iggy are there if I can't, and I need a lesser deal for a veteran. Let's take one more look at these, see if there's a two-way player. They're both restricted, but Alan Crabb wouldn't be bad. I could definitely switch him to small forward. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and run with Kid Gilchrist, see if I can't bring him along. And I probably can't either. You know what? I'm just going to find somebody. It's going to be a random wing. Probably not going to make much of an impact. They'll be the third man off the bench. I'll find one, we'll sign him, and then I'll meet you into next season so we can adjust the lineup, and I'll let you know who that was. Back at the start of Season 3, and the guy that I ended up signing was Trevor Ariza. So we'll take a look at our rotation, and this has to be the year. I had a good feeling about last year, even though deep in my gut I really knew we weren't going to win. This year, I don't see how we lose. We ended up replacing Shabazz Napier with George Hill, so an upgrade. We got some veteran experience there, and his overall actually went up a little bit. 79 overall, or an upgrade from Shabazz, I should say. It didn't go up. Victor Oladipo up to a 91 overall now. Kawhi Leonard at a 96. Lauri Markkanen up to an 85. Steven Adams bumped up with an 87. Our sixth man coming off the bench, I guess, is going to be Jerome Robinson. Hopefully, he'll give us that offensive spark. Now, I'm debating whether to play this guy, O'Shea Brissett, because he does have 1 point, or is it 2 points? No, 1 point on Ariza right here, but Ariza brings that better defense, I believe, more that 3-and-D, so I'm gonna put him right here for now, and we can always adjust that if Ariza starts to snake it up. Isaiah Cannon is not getting any minutes, though. I don't know what that is about. Boban, we definitely need him to get some. We'll put him down there. Give him about 25. Actually, I'm going to put Boban here. We'll give Boban like 20. Bump him up to 26. Give him like 18, and then we'll go back up to here. Oladipo can get like 38. Kawhi gets like 40. We'll do that. So that is going to be our starting lineup. Hopefully, our starting lineup for this championship team. Kawhi returning home to LA, taking this franchise to the finals. Can it get done in year 3? We're going to find out and start simulating, and I will see you guys hopefully at the end of the season, but if I do make any roster changes like a trade or something, we will definitely stop for that. All right, I honestly didn't plan on making any trades, and I really didn't make one. I'm getting offered one, and it's too good to pass up, so we're going to go ahead and start the negotiation. The reason I say it is, like, apparently O'Shea Brissett is going to be a pretty nice prospect. He's got 2.5 stars. He's already a 77. He's really young, but he's not in the rotation because I am playing Trevor Ariza, and we get back an 80 overall center that we can have coming off the bench, which is an upgrade to Boban. Yeah, Boban is 7'3", and I'm still probably going to play him, but that's a big upgrade. And we still get Maxi Kleber back, which is meh, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go ahead and take this trade, bolster that secondary, if secondary, I'm talking football terms, even more. So accept the offer, agree, and then we'll go ahead and adjust our lineup. Shouldn't really change much. Now I just have to decide how Boban fits into this. Because, let's see, so he's definitely going to get more minutes than him. I guess I have to play him as the 6th man. And I guess what I'll do is I will use Boban as like this special weapon, and then just have Ariza take that spot. So I definitely still want to play Boban a little bit. I might just have to take minutes away from the starters, which I'm not too concerned with. We can just do something like that, and then give those to John Henson. So really our starting lineup did not change at all. A couple minutes deducted. John Henson as our new 6th man, and is just going to lock down that paint even more, along with Steven Adams. Hopefully they throw in some packages with these two running the power forward and center position, because that's going to be unstoppable. Jerome Robinson just takes one step down in the depth chart, so our depth is just getting better here at this point. And then Trevor Ariza is still there, and we got Boban getting a couple minutes as well. So I like our team even more. It might mess up the chemistry a little bit, but it really shouldn't that much, because the only difference really is that John Henson is getting more minutes, or getting minutes, and then Boban's getting less. So we're going to go ahead and continue the simulation. Actually, what is our record right now? We are 17-8, so we're not doing too bad, but Hopefully we can pick it up a little bit with the new 6-man. Season 3 is officially over, and we finished several games better than last year. We finished 59-23. I'm assuming, yeah, I was going to say that's probably good for first in the West, and we did get Coach of the Year with Doc Rivers. Chris Paul getting MVP this late into his career, finishing with 22 points, 13 assists, and 2.3 steals. Almost broke the 50-40-90. He was 0.06% off on his field goal percentage from doing so. Ernest Jones gets Rookie of the Year. DeLon Wright gets 6-man. That's weird. Was not expecting that. Kawhi Leonard 2 times in a row gets Defensive Player of the Year. I believe that makes him 3 or 4 times. Has he won it twice already in real life, or just once? I forget. Either way, he's won it twice in this series. And then Nikola Vucevic, I don't know, gets Most Improved. And then Doc Rivers, obviously, Coach of the Year. So we did not make all NBA first team. That shocks me. We definitely had to get second, though. So we did get second team with Kawhi, not third team. So we finished better, but it looks like our team's just kind of distributing. We get all defensive first team again with Kawhi and Oladipo, though. And then that's probably going to be it. We definitely did not make any of the rookie teams. So we did finish first in the West. Now, before we get started with that, let's go check out our stats. I don't know if I did that for last season. I might have forgot. We'll go ahead and do that for this season. Kawhi Leonard finished with Kawhi Leonard finished with about 25 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 2.5 steals, and 1.3 blocks, which is really good. Oladipo also getting 22 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals himself. And Lauri Markkanen kind of rounding it out. Steven Adams gets himself a double-double, block and a half. And then our bench just kind of did meh. John Henson, though, provided 1.4 blocks along with 7 rebounds, which is exactly why I made that trade. That is why I wanted him along, and he's shooting 61% from the field, which is amazing. Boban somehow is only shooting 43% from the field. So we're going to go ahead and start simulating. Hopefully we win in Season 3. I do not want to go for a 4th season. This has to be the winning team. But if it's not, I'm going to have to play a 4th season. There's nothing I can do about it. So hopefully we win this one. The Pelicans didn't even break 500, though, so this should not be too much of trouble. We end up taking game 1. Hopefully they don't give me a heart attack in like 4-7 games or end up beating us or something like that. Looking like we're just going to go ahead and coast through the Pelicans, so that is a very good, promising... Well... Come on. All right, there we go. So just a little hiccup, not too bad. Lakers and Minnesota battling it out here, so we're going to head and simulate that current round, get that over with, and our rematch, Battle of LA. If I'm not mistaken, was it last season that we played them and we got bounced? I think it was. The season before, I don't know. I'm forgetting. Golden State and Houston, I know that is a rematch. This is all new. I know Boston and Chicago were here last time. We got Milwaukee, Philly here, Orlando. First seed in the East, so this is looking different. Game 1 of the battle in Los Angeles is going to go to the Lakers. I think this happened last time, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully, oh no, this is not good. We had home court too. I mean, technically, wow, I was going to say technically there really is no home court, but this is not looking good. I'm not talking much because I'm kind of scared here, but we're somehow pulling away. Oh, we forced a Game 7. This is good. That means Game 7 is in LA. Not that it matters, but I think since this is 2K and it is in real life, I do think home court does matter. Clippers versus Lakers, I would assume, since it's a video game. So we do get home court. Hopefully we could pull this off and face the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. Can we do it, though? That is the question, and we most certainly can. Clippers, Rockets, Western Conference Finals, Milwaukee Bucks, and New York Knicks, Eastern Conference. If we get past the Rockets, we win. So hopefully we can get past Houston here. Game 1 is going to go to Houston, however, which is not good. Game 2 probably also... Okay, so we do split 1-1 in Houston. It's going to LA now, which is good. Oh, actually, no, we did have home court, so now it's in Houston. So that was not good. They end up taking Game 3 from us. Are they going to take Game 4? They do not. We end up tying at Game 4, so Game 5, this is going to be good. Milwaukee's looking like they're going to go ahead and pull away with that over in the East. So Game 5, LA, Houston. Let's see who wins. Come on, baby. Yes. All right, so Game 5, Game 6 coming up. I believe this will be in Houston, though, and then a Game 7 would be in LA. which is what it's going to be. So 2 Game 7 series back-to-back. They're not making this easy on me whatsoever. Oh, boy. Part of me wants to just simcast and then jump in if I do start to lose, but I don't want to do that. I kind of just want to... let's just do it. Oh, that was... Oh, my heart skipped a beat. Los Angeles Clippers, Milwaukee Bucks, 2021 NBA Finals. Can Kawhi take his hometown team, and not the good one, the one who hasn't even made a Finals, I don't think. Can he win it all? We're going to find out. Game 1 in LA. They're only 44-38 for the regular season. Honestly, we might end up just... I had to say it. If I didn't say anything, they probably wouldn't have picked up that win there. But, oh, you have got to be kidding me. I swear, if I got to run a 4th season of this, we got to force another Game 7. 3 Game 7s in a row, and we got to come back down 3-1. This is BS. You know, I'm not even going to do this game by game. I'm just going to simulate the entire round, turn around, and just pray that we somehow come out the victors at the end of this, which I know we're not going to. But... all right, it's probably done now. Let's go. Wow. I don't even know what to say. How the hell we pulled that off is beyond me. Kawhi Leonard gets his 2nd Finals MVP. He only finished with 20 points a game, though, but he had 2.5 steals, which is probably a big reason for that. 3 Game 7s in a row against the Lakers, the Rockets, and the Bucks. How did the Bucks force a Game 7? Thank God this wasn't like the Celtics or something, because they probably would have just absolutely smeared me if they had a 3-1 lead. Thankfully, it was just the Bucks, and we ended up pulling away from it. But that is it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe for more content like this. We'll go ahead and check out the winning Finals roster. Kawhi Leonard does it in LA with the Clippers, 97 overall. Whoa, my controller just glitched. Like I said, Kawhi, 97 overall. Victor Oladipo finishes with a 92. Steven Adams rounds out with an 88. Lauri Markkanen up to an 87 overall. John Henson coming out the bench with an 83. George Hill, Jerome Robinson, Boban, Trevor Ariza, Corey Joseph, Emile Jefferson, DJ Augustine, Isaiah Cannon, Maxi Kleber, and Patrick Patterson. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching.